Petah Tikva, known as Hamoshavit, is a city in the Central District of Israel, 10.6 kilometers east of Tel Aviv. It was founded in 1878, mainly by religious Orthodox Jews, also known as the Old Yishuv, and became a permanent settlement in 1883 with the financial help of Baron Edmund de Rothschild. According to the Central Bureau of Statistics, at the end of 2014, the city's population stood at 225,356. The population density is approximately 6,277 inhabitants per square kilometer. Petah Tikva's jurisdiction covers 35,868 dunams. Etymology: the name of Petah Tikva was chosen by its founders in 1878 from the prophecy of Hosea, "And I will give her vineyards from thence, and the valley of Achor for an opening of hope, and she shall sing there, as in the days of her youth, and as in the day when she came up out of the land of Egypt." Petah Tikva's emblem appears on a postage stamp designed by Yitzhak Golden Hirsch, a founding member of Petah Tikva. The plough symbolizes Petah Tikva's origins as an agricultural settlement. The field symbolizes the drying of the Yucatán River swamps and cultivation of the land, and the orange tree symbolizes Petah Tikva's citrus industry, starting with the first tree planted by Rabbi Ari Leib Fromkin. History: Petah Tikva was founded in 1878 by religious pioneers from Europe, who were led by Yehoshua Stampfer, Moshe Shmuel Rab, Joel Moshe Salomon, Zerach Barnett, and David Gutman, as well as Lithuanian Rabbi Aryeh Leib Fromkin, who built the first house there. It was the first modern Jewish agricultural settlement in Ottoman southern Syria and has since grown to become one of Israel's most populous urban centers. Originally intending to establish a new settlement in the Achor Valley, near Jericho, the pioneers purchased land in that area. However, Abdul Hamid II cancelled the purchase and forbade them from settling there, but they retained the name Petah Tikva as a symbol of their aspirations. Undaunted, the settlers purchased a modest area from the village of Malabus, near the source of the Yucatán River. The Sultan allowed the enterprise to proceed, but because their purchase was located in what was a malarial swamp, they had to evacuate when the malaria spread, founding the town of Yehud near the Arabic village Yehudia about 20 kilometers to the south. With the financial help of Baron Edmund de Rothschild, they were able to drain the swamps sufficiently to be able to move back in 1883, joined by immigrants of the First Aliyah, and later the Second Aliyah. During the Sinai and Palestine campaign of World War I, Petah Tikva served as a refugee town for residents of Tel Aviv and Jaffa. Following their exile by the Ottoman authorities due to their refusal to serve the Ottoman army to fight the invading British forces, the town suffered heavily as it lay between the Ottoman and British fronts during the war. Petah Tikva became the school for thousands of pioneer workers, who studied the craft of farming there before they ventured out to establish dozens of settlements in all parts of the country. The agricultural schools are still active to this day. Petah Tikva was also the birthplace of the labor Zionist movement, inspired and encouraged by the writings of A.D. Gordon, who lived in the town. The first recorded Arab attack on Jews in what would become Israel took place in Petah Tikva in 1886. Petah Tikva was also the scene of Arab rioting in May 1921, which left 4 Jews dead. In the early 1920s, industry began to develop in the Petah Tikva region. In 1921, Petah Tikva was given the status of a local council by the British authorities, and in 1937 it was recognized as a city. Its first mayor, Shlomo Stampfer, was the son of one of its founders, Yehoshua Stampfer. Petah Tikva, which largely depended on citrus farming, was considered by both the British government and the Jaffa Electric Company as a potentially important consumer of electricity for irrigation. The Aryeh concession, which was given to the Jaffa Electric Company on 1921, specifically referred to the relatively large Jewish settlement of Petah Tikva. but it was only in late 1929 that the company submitted an irrigation scheme for Petah Tikva, and it was yet to be approved by the government in 1930. In the 1930s, the pioneering founders of Kibbutz Yavneh from the religious Zionist movement immigrated to the British Mandate of Palestine, settling near Petah Tikva on land purchased by a Jewish-owned German company, refining the agricultural skills they learned in Germany. These pioneers began in 1941 to build their kibbutz in its intended location in the south of Israel, operating from Petah Tikva as a base. Urban development. After the creation of the State of Israel in 1948, several adjoining villages, Amishav and Ein Ganim to the east, Kiryat Matalon to the west, towards Bnei Brak, Kfar Ganim and Mahani Yehuda to the south and Kfar Avraham on the north, were merged into the municipal boundaries of Petah Tikva, giving it a significant population boost to 22,000. Nowadays, with a population of over 200,000 inhabitants, Petah Tikva is the third most populous city in the Tel Aviv metropolitan area. Petah Tikva is divided into 33 neighborhoods for municipal purposes. Economy. Petah Tikva is the second largest industrial sector in Israel after the northern city of Haifa. The industry is divided into three zones, Kiryat Aryeh, Kiryat Matalon, and Segula, and includes textiles, metalwork, carpentry, plastics, processed foods, tires and other rubber products, and soap. Numerous high-tech companies and startups have moved into the industrial zones of Petah Tikva, which now house the Israeli headquarters for the Oracle Corporation, IBM, Intel, Alcatel-Lucent, ECI Telecom, and GlaxoSmithKline Pharmaceuticals. The largest data center in Israel, operated by the company Attribution, is also located in Petah Tikva. Furthermore, the Israeli Teva company, the world's largest generic drug manufacturer, is headquartered in Petah Tikva. One of Israel's leading food processing corporations, Osam, opened in Petah Tikva in 1976 and has since been joined by the company's administrative offices, distribution center, and source factory. Strauss is also based in Petah Tikva. Over time, the extensive citrus groves that once ringed Petah Tikva have disappeared as real estate developers acquired the land for construction projects. Many new neighborhoods are going up in and around Petah Tikva. A quarry for building stone is located east of Petah Tikva, as well as general high-tech firms. Petah Tikva has developed a position as a base for many communications firms. As such, the headquarters of the Bezik International Phone Company is located in the Kiryat Matalon industrial zone, as are those of the 012 Smile Internet service provider. The headquarters of Tadiran Telecom are in the Ramat Siv industrial zone. Arutz Shiva, the right-wing religious Zionist Israeli media network, operates an internet radio studio in Petah Tikva, where Arutz Shiva Internet TV is located, as well as the printing press for its Bees Heaven newspaper. The Israeli Secret Service, Shin Bet, has an interrogation facility in Petah Tikva. Transportation. Petah Tikva is served by a large number of buses. A large number of intercity buses stop there, and the city has a network of local buses operated by the Kavim company. The Dan Bus Company operates lines to Ramat Gan, Bnei Brak and Tel Aviv. Petah Tikva's largest bus terminal is the Petah Tikva Central Bus Station, while other major stations are located near Beilinson Hospital and Beit Rivka. A rapid transit, light rail system is in the works that will connect Petah Tikva to Bnei Brak, Ramat Gan, Tel Aviv and Bat Yam. Israel Railways maintains two suburban railroad stations in Segula and Kiryat Aryeh, in the northern part of the city. A central train station near the main bus station is envisioned as part of Israel Railway's long-term expansion plan. There are 8 taxi fleets based in Petah Tikva, and the city is bordered by 3 of the major vehicle arteries in Israel: GEHA Highway on the west, the Trans-Samaria Highway on the north, and the Trans-Israel Highway on the east. Santiago-Calatrava's bridge, a 164 feet long span Y-shaped cable-stayed pedestrian three-way bridge connecting Rabin Hospital to a shopping mall, a residential development and a public park. The structure is supported from a 95-foot-high inclined steel pylon, which is situated where the 3 spans intersect. Light in construction, the bridge is built principally of steel with a glass paved deck. Local government. Petah Tikva's history of government goes back to 1880, when the pioneers elected a council of 7 members to run the new colony. From 1880 to 1921, members of the council were David Meir Gutman, Yehoshua Stampfer, Z.E.V. Wolf Brander, Abraham Z.E.V. Lipkish, Yitzhak Golden Hirsch, Chaim Cohen Rice, Moshe Gisson, Shlomo Zalman Gisson and Akiva Leibrecht. This governing body was declared a local council in 1921, and Petah Tikva became a city in 1937. Council heads: Shlomo Zalman Gisson. Pinches Mary. Shlomo Stampfer. Mayors: Yosef Sapir. Schools and religious institutions. There are over 43,000 students enrolled in these schools, which are staffed by some 2,400 teachers. In 2006, 5 schools participated in the nationwide Moffitt program, which promotes academic excellence. Petah Tikva has 17 public libraries, the main one located in the City Hall building. Some 70,000 Orthodox Jews live in Petah Tikva. The community of Petah Tikva is served by 300 synagogues, including the 120-year-old Great Synagogue, 8 mikveot and 2 major Haredi yeshivot, Mlom's Yeshiva and Or Yisrael. Yeshivat Hesder Petah Tikva, a modern Orthodox Hesder yeshiva affiliated with the religious Zionist movement, directed by Rabbi Yuval Cherlo, is also located in Petah Tikva. Additionally, Rav Michael Laitman, Ph.D. in philosophy and Kabbalah, daily leads 200 to 300 students and hundreds of thousands virtually in the method of Kabbalah learned from his teacher Rav Baruch Shalom Halevi Ashlug, known as the Rabash. Petah Tikva has 2 cemeteries: Segular Cemetery, east of the city, and Yarkon Cemetery, to the northeast. Healthcare. 6 hospitals are located in the city. The Rabin Medical Center Beilinson complex includes the Beilinson Medical Center, the Davidoff Oncologic Center, the GEHA Psychiatric Hospital, the Schneider Pediatric Hospital and Tel Aviv University's Faculty of Medical Research. Other medical facilities in Petah Tikva are Hasharon Hospital, the Beit Rivka Geriatric Center, the Kupat Holom Medical Research Center and a private hospital, Ramat Marpe, affiliated with the Suta Hospital. The Schneider Pediatric Center is one of the largest and most modern children's hospitals in the Middle East. In addition, there are many family health clinics in Petah Tikva as well as Kupat Holom clinics operated by Israel's health maintenance organizations, landmarks and cultural institutions. Petah Tikva's Independence Park includes a zoo at its northeastern edge, the Museum of Man and Nature, a memorial to the victims of the 1921 Arab riots, an archaeological display, Yad Lebanon Soldiers Memorial, a local history museum, a Holocaust museum and the Petah Tikva Museum of Art. Arab-Israeli conflict. During the Second Intifada, Petah Tikva suffered 3 terrorist attacks. On May 27, 2002, a suicide bomber blew himself up at a small cafe outside a shopping mall, leaving 2 dead, including a baby. On December 25, 2003, a suicide bomber blew himself up at a bus stop near the GEHA bridge, killing 4 civilians, and on February 5, 2006, A Palestinian got into a shuttle taxi, pulled out a knife, and began stabbing passengers, killing 2 of them. But a worker from a nearby factory hit him with a log, subduing him. Sports. The main stadium in Petah Tikva is the 11,500-seat Hamoshava Stadium. Petah Tikva has 2 football teams, Hapoel Petah Tikva FC, and Maccabi Petah Tikva FC. The local baseball team, the Petah Tikva Pioneers, played in the inaugural 2007 season of the Israel Baseball League. The league folded the following year. In 2014, Hapoel Petah Tikva's women's soccer team recruited 5 Arab Israeli women to play on the team. One of them is now a team captain. Notable residents: Yehuda Amichai, poet; Hanoch Bartov, author; Tal Burstein, basketball player; Shmuel Dayan, Zionist activist; Israel Finkelstein, archaeologist; Dudu Fisher, cantor and stage performer; Zehava Galon, Meretz politician; A.D. Gordon, Labor Zionist ideologue; Tamer Gozansky, politician; Avraham Grant, football coach; Zofit Grant, television personality; Simcha Jacobovici, filmmaker; Yosef Karduna, Hasidic singer, songwriter; Chaim Kaufman, Knesset member; Yehoshua Kenaz, novelist; Itzik Kol, television and movie producer; Samir Nakash, Iraqi Jewish author; Zvi Nishra, physical education pioneer; Uri Orbich, the Jewish home politician, journalist and writer; Eliakim Ostashinsky, first mayor of Rishon LeZion; Leah Rabin, wife of Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin; Netta Rivkan, rhythmic gymnast; Penina Rosenblum, fashion model and businesswoman; Mitchell Rosine, Meretz politician; Rami Seri, linguist; Dan Shaitman, winner of Nobel Prize for Chemistry; Jora Spiegel, soccer player and coach; Naam Stelnish, soccer player; Penina Tamano-Shatter, Yesh Atid politician; international relations. Twin towns, sister cities. Petah Tikva is twinned with